Today on People Now.
Behind the scenes with People's Sexiest Man Alive, Idris Elba.
Actor Eddie Redmayne's babies won't let him sleep, guys.
Oprah responds to racist robocalls.
Plus, find out what track Tyler Perry played on set to set the mood for Nobody's Fool's steamy love scene.
Plus, Dolores Catania is here with the newest member of the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
All today on People Now. Hey everyone, welcome to People Now. All right, is it getting hot in here? I don't know. Feeling it a little bit. Some very big, very steamy news this Tuesday. We're getting right to it. Watch this.
Hey, what's up? I'm Idris Elba, and I am the sexiest man alive.
All right, cue the sexy music. There you go. Idris Elba is your 2018 Sexiest Man Alive.
Ooh, no complaints here.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon revealed the big news during his late night show on Monday, introducing Elba as a sweet and smoldering superstar. I guess that description fits, right?
Yeah, Idris is clearly very pumped for the honor, calling the title a, quote, ego boost. I think that would make sense. Idris tells people he was a bit surprised after first hearing the news, but soon found his confidence, saying, I checked myself out, looked in the mirror, and was like, yeah, you are kind of sexy today.
It just feels different with that music, doesn't it? Elba is People's 33rd Sexiest Man Alive, joining a long list of Hollywood's hottest, starting with a then 29-year-old Mel Gibson in 1985, the first one, all the way up to last year's pick, Blake Shelton.
Yeah, and you guys stick around. We'll be breaking down all the things that make Idris Elba this year's Sexiest Man Alive. Plus, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, you can send us your all-time favorite gifts of the hunky actor. You might just see them on the show. All right, more for that a little bit later, but now we begin with this. Eddie Redmayne could use some extra Z's. I think we all could, but here's why he could use them. The Fantastic Beasts star stopped by the Ellen DeGeneres show, where he opened up about his two kids and how he could use a few sleeping spells to get him through the night. Watch.
So Iris is 2.5 and Luke is 8 months.
Luke, that's a cute name.
Yeah.
Is he sleeping?
No, not really. Not so much. He's I'm promoting Fantastic Beasts and people keep going, what spell would you dream of doing? And I'm like, literally just a 2-hour sort of sleep spell. People suggest gin.
Yeah.
I haven't gone there yet.
Yeah. For you or the baby?
Both.
Yeah.
Can help both ways. The sleep will come soon, though, Eddie. Fantastic Beasts, the Crimes of Grindelwald hits theaters November 16th. We're pumped for that. Now watch this.
I heard people were making racist robocalls in my name against Stacey Abrams, who I am 100% for in Georgia. I just want to say, Jesus don't like ugly. And we know what to do about that. Vote.
Putting it, that's Oprah responding to racist automated phone calls that use derogatory language referring to Oprah herself and the Georgia Democratic candidate for governor, Stacey Abrams. On Instagram, Oprah went on to write, quote, the antidote for hate, vote your love. The calls surfaced last week and are believed to be paid for by the Road to Power, a white supremacist video podcasting site based in Idaho. Abrams isn't the only candidate attacked by the site this election cycle. Florida's Democratic candidate for governor, Andrew Gillum, faced similar calls. The group has even been linked to calls in 6 other states. Now, Oprah's been campaigning hard this week for Abrams, knocking on the doors and urging constituents to get out and vote. If elected, Stacey Abrams would be the first black female governor in the United States.
All right, guys. On Monday, Olympic officials filed a complaint to remove USA Gymnastics as governing body of the sport. The move comes in the wake of several scandals within the organization's leadership, including the Larry Nassar trial, a former doctor who was sentenced to more than 175 years in prison back in January for sexually abusing hundreds of gymnasts. An Indianapolis Star report that followed alleged that USA Gymnastics covered up for Nassar while he was under investigation. In September, Carrie Perry resigned as CEO after 9 months on the job. Then just 1 month later in October, Mary Bono stepped down as interim CEO after questions were reportedly raised about her relationship with a law firm that was connected to the Nassar scandal. Later in October, Steve Penny, the former president of USA Gymnastics, was arrested for allegedly tampering with evidence in the Nassar case. The USA Gymnastics Board of Directors responded with a statement saying its current members took their seats on the board in June of 2018 and, quote, inherited an organization in crisis. It goes on to read, quote, "In the 4 months since, the board has done everything it could to move this organization towards a better future. We immediately took steps to change the leadership and are currently conducting a search to find a CEO who can rebuild the organization and, most importantly, regain the trust of the gymnastics community." All right, guys, moving on to this. Nobody's Fool hit theaters Friday, and everyone's talking about the movie's sharp sense of humor and also how it marks Tyler Perry's first ever R-rated comedy. He's definitely growing up here.
It is a funny movie. Those steamy love scenes might partly be to blame for the R rating. I mean, hello, these things are legit. I caught up with the movie's stars, Tika Sumpter, Omari Hardwick, and I had to ask them how they got in the mood. Take a look.
Tyler turned on music for us.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Like what? What kind of music?
Like
It made it in.
that made it in. The song Focus.
Can you focus on me?
So I was like, okay, I can do this.
Aptly called.
Like when it turned
Aptly titled.
Focus. Yeah, and so when he turned that on, I calmed down and I was just like, let's go.
Yeah.
And got in the mood and
Music is the universal
music.
language. You do that.
And now it's like this movie will make us laugh and also give us a playlist.
Oh yeah.
For the
when you're with the honey.
That song doesn't hurt anything.
Music always works.
Stay with us, guys. We're taking you inside the real-life inspiration for the new Mark Wahlberg movie Instant Family, plus breaking down all the things that make Idris Elba so sexy. Yes, I'll admit it. He's a great-looking man. That's coming up in just a bit.
Years ago, I was a surgical assistant, and I used to work with Jennifer's husband. He was the plastic surgeon. I guess New Jersey is a place where plastic surgery brings everyone together.
It looks good. From right across the Hudson, Dolores, Catania, and New Jersey's newest housewife, Jennifer Aydin, are here. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
Good, thank you.
You guys look great. Now, you two actually go way back. So, Dolores, how did you know Jennifer would make a good housewife?
I had met her through her husband, and she was just like flashy and funny and just one of us.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, she's good.
Now, obviously, this is coming into a pool of very outgoing, outspoken ladies.
Yes.
So, Jennifer, how do you think you stack up? How are you doing so far with everything?
Not too shabby, let's put it that way. Okay.
I was right.
Yes. I mean, since I've been a fan of the show since day one, ever since it came on the scene, I was like, I'd be perfect for that show. And with my lifestyle, people would always meet me, and I have 5 children. I don't know if you know that. And, you know, my husband's a plastic surgeon, and they would always say, you would be perfect on that housewife show. And I'm like, yeah, from your mouth to God's ears. Let's see.
She's so like,
hey, Sarah,
Yeah.
you know.
No, you do seem very perfect for it.
Yeah,
so I'm
thank
glad you're
you.
fitting in and everything. We spoke to Margaret yesterday. She touched a little bit on your differences, saying it was a different value system. Would you agree with that assessment?
I mean, you know what? I actually think Margaret and I are a lot alike as far as our humor. We're just different sides of the spectrum. She's more liberal, I'm more conservative, I'm more traditional. But at the same time, we're both really funny, and she's, you know, opinionated woman, and yes, we're gonna have some differences. You know, you put 6 powerful women together, and you're gonna have drama.
You seem to have thoughts on this. What do you think,
put it that
Dolores?
way. When her and Margaret go at it all the time.
Oh, come on, I love the Marge.
No, you do, I know. But when I just sit back and I'm like, bring my popcorn, because you'll see 2 totally different, when she says different ends of the spectrum, different ends.
Yeah.
She's like the ultra like Italians from like way back, like that kind of thinking.
Very old school.
I've come a long way because I'm divorced, so I was forced to be more, you know,
Yeah.
what should I say?
You know what? It forced you to go on the path that you're on now.
Right.
Had you stayed in
to
that
see
marriage,
other sides of things, and so I'm in the middle of her and Margaret.
Yeah.
You're kind of like the middleman here. I do want to ask you.
As always.
Yeah. How is the empty nest? Is Frank still keeping you company? What's going on?
Frank does not fill that void. That's I'm sorry, Frank, you don't. And
but he's still around.
He's really not that much around. So.
But you guys are living together, yes?
Yeah, but Frank just is, he's so busy, you'll see why.
Yeah, so
first episode, right out of the box, you will see why.
So you got the ex-husband. What about the boyfriend? Is the doctor still making house calls?
The doctor.
My doctor makes house calls too. What do you know? What do you know? We're both
How's
on
that
the
going
same
though?
team.
It's very exciting.
Everything's good, and he's moved closer since. So we see each other a lot more, and things are moving along, which you'll see also. There's some other stuff going on with that.
Now we know from a lot of the guys on Bravo shows, like Shep, we've had Shep and Jax on, they get DMs from women all the time. So I want to know for you ladies, do you get guys sliding up in your DMs?
No.
You don't?
No.
Wait, that's shocking that you both
Like,
think yes.
people are like, listen, David and I are dating, but I didn't date anyone for a long time before him, and no one ever asks me out. I don't understand. I go out.
Yeah, I don't get any of that.
No.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yes, I did get a warning from a fellow friend who was also on reality TV. She's like, just watch your DMs. You're gonna get a lot of pics. And I'm like, ew.
Wait, maybe it's still to come. You never know.
That's a negative for me. Like, no.
I got one in all this time.
That's weird.
Hey, it's more than some people get. All right, I want to switch gears here to this. Dolores, you and Teresa have always been tight. Obviously, this news about Joe has been really, really tough. Margaret said yesterday that Teresa may spend her time splitting between here and Italy. I mean, do you see that for her? What do you think?
Teresa's a survivor, and she takes things day by day. So I think, we'll see. Who knows what can happen? No one knows. They'll work it out, whatever it is. They always have, and they will.
Have you seen her since the news, or have you been talking to her?
I see her all the time, yeah.
And how is she doing?
She's good. Her father's not feeling well, so I keep up on that. And, she's got a lot. Teresa has a lot on her plate.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean,
she just keeps going,
Yeah, and now Jennifer, as you watch Teresa go through this, you watch other Bravo family members living these things out in the public eye. Does it make you question your decision to jump on board?
No, I try to live my life with no regrets. I try to live my life with everything just being a learning experience. So I felt really at home with these girls, and I hope that comes across.
She's a great fit.
When you guys see the show. So far, no regrets. I mean, you may want to ask me once all the shows have aired.
Exactly.
Because sometimes I have diarrhea of the mouth. And we don't know what's going to come out in the heat of the moment. And if I have some tequila, then Spunky Jenny comes out.
We like Spunky Jenny. There's always drama on these.
My husband doesn't like Spunky Jenny.
I don't think her husband met Spunky Jenny.
No, I'm really not a big...
I don't think... Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what your husband said to me? I never told you yet.
Tell me. Oh, no.
Did you teach my wife profanities? I'm like,
God, yes.
Bro, you're in for, you don't even know.
He has no idea.
I'm like,
my husband and
I almost fell on the floor.
He's
like, she's hanging around with Italians. She swears more than ever. I go,
it's changing.
Oh, you haven't done that. Oh, Spunky Jenny.
Spunky Jenny.
Well, we hope to see Spunky Jenny come out.
He's in for a little bit.
He's
in
for a treat.
Dolores, I know there's no love lost between you and Danielle Staub. She got divorced. What was your reaction to that news?
I feel sorry for her. I don't like to see anyone go through that. I don't wish ill on her at all. And I called her, and we weren't talking, and I called her. She has children, and, listen, she's 58 years old. It's just, who wants to go through this? And I called her, and I said, I don't want to know your business, but I just want to let you know I hope you're okay.
Yeah,
that was sweet.
That's very, yeah, it's very mature.
And she appreciated that, and we've spoke since. And she's apologized, and you'll see a lot of things. So you'll see.
You're gonna have to watch.
You have to watch. It's great. It's all great.
All right,
Bravo TV.
Yes, thank you, ladies, so much.
Wednesday, November 7th.
Yes, tune in.
All right, guys, we've been talking about this. Idris Elba is People's Sexiest Man Alive this year. We've been asking you to send in your favorite gifts of the man. To see what you,
oh, look at that. Ooh, little thumbs up.
Oh, my favorite. When he was on The Office, it was amazing. I saw this one going everywhere.
Yeah. He's so hot. All right, let's keep the sexy going. No, let's keep talking about it.
Okay.
In case you're just joining us, it's what we've been talking about. He's hunky, he's British, he's super talented, and he's this year's Sexiest Man Alive. Idris Elba has clinched the 2018 title. Here's the music. Honestly, is anyone even surprised about this?
Not really. And joining us now to help break down the news is People's digital editor, Zoe Ruderman. Hi, Zoe. Thanks for being here.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Okay,
Really
we got our
good.
T-shirts to get in here. You got to get in the spirit of things.
I mean, I did not want to hold this shirt next to Jeremy.
Andrea's
but
least favorite moment of
like
her.
the worst day of my life. But I do like the shirt. The shirt's great.
It's a good
just
shirt,
makes
right?
It seem like I'm really obsessed with
we
my
had it
co-host.
especially made for Jeremy. It wasn't even for
Oh, this was just mine. Right.
Yeah.
This was just for me. Thank you
I hope
for
you
doing
put it
that.
on.
All right, let's talk about Idris. Enough for Jeremy. Everyone knows Idris is sexy. He's been a contender in the past. Why was this his year?
We just couldn't deny the people what they wanted. We couldn't deny ourselves what we wanted. So this has been a really huge year for him. Obviously, there have been tons of rumors about Bond. We're going to see what's happening there. He stepped out with his fiance. He just proposed to her this year. They were at Harry and Meghan's wedding. So he's really been kind of like in the ether. Everyone's been thinking about about him.
By the way, I just love that this, in my mind, this really sets him up well for a 007 thing. It's
I'm
just
with
more
you.
and more momentum in that direction. So let's just push that energy out.
Where do you go from Sexiest Man Alive?
You go to
Bond.
007. That's
a natural step.
A lot obviously goes into this decision. I think at this point you're a pro in what is sexy because of your involvement in this issue.
I think I've always been a pro.
And generally speaking, that's why you got the job.
Yeah.
Top 3 things, the sexiest things about Idris Elba.
So I think the biggest thing is that he's a good guy, and this is something we always look at. Yes, it's about how photogenic they are, how hot they are, but he is a great father to 2 kids. He's a great future husband. He's really funny, too. He also can do everything. This is a guy who, he acts, he DJs, he raps, he designs clothing, he kickboxes.
Wow,
I mean, like, it kind of makes me feel really lazy. Like, there's nothing that he can't do.
Also, can I say his voice is very sexy?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I should have led with that. The British
His
accent,
voice
that's the
is
real reason.
amazing.
Yeah.
And he says he's known for being a little naughty, so let's watch this.
I told you my parents were strict, so there's a rebellious side to me. You know, I have a little bit of an issue with authority sometimes, and my naughty side comes out. You know, I'm the guy that if it says don't push the button.
So he's got a little bit of a naughty side. Speaking of naughty, though, Idris tells us his nighttime routine is maybe, as the producers think, a little X-rated. Watch this.
What do I sleep in? I sleep in my birthday suit. It's the free one that everyone gets, and I love my birthday suit. Still fits, comfortable.
Yeah, so cue that mental image.
I love his birthday suit, too. I
Sadly,
agree.
ladies, he is off the market. He has a fiance. She's a model, Sabrina. How did she react to this news?
She was thrilled. She posted an Instagram today, and she was like, thanks, people, but I've actually known this for a long time.
Yeah.
So she agrees with the decision, of course.
She's known it, and many people, according to the feed, have known it for a long time, too.
Yes.
Zoe, thank you so much.
Thank you guys
It's great
so
to see you.
much.
To read even more about Idris and all his sexy man qualities, you can pick up your copy of People on newsstands everywhere Friday.
Yes, and you can nab your official Sexiest Man Alive shirt by visiting People's brand new Amazon store. Jeremy.
There we go.
It's for all you sexy men out there. Now we move on from sexy to a little family fun.
All right, looking for a little family fun with an inspiring message. This is actually great. Instant Family stars Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne, who set out to adopt 1 child, but upon meeting 3 siblings, those characters find themselves creating an instant family. And People went inside director Sean Anders' lively home with his wife Beth and their 3 adopted siblings. It's a real case of life imitating art in today's People Pick.
What happened? Oh, it's okay. Calm down. I'm gonna fix her, okay? Here you go. See?
Thanks, Daddy.
Did you hear that? I just got my first daddy.
You suck! No fair! I want some of that. Hey, honey, Lita, can I help you with anything?
No.
Rose Byrne and Mark Wahlberg play a couple who decide to adopt 3 kids from foster care in the new movie Instant Family.
Ellie, people who take in foster kids are really special. The kind of people who volunteer when it's not even a holiday.
The comedy's inspired by the film's director, Sean Anders, and his wife Beth's own experience with adoption. Only People taking you behind the scenes with Sean and his family at home.
Really, it's a love story about parents and kids, and just it's all about falling in love with your kids and your kids falling in love with you.
And Rose, who plays the mom in Instant Family, says getting it right meant a lot to her, and having Sean there made it possible.
It is such a sensitive subject, and you really want to be able to tell it in an authentic way. So having him at the helm was very important.
An important connection to the stories, and for Sean Anders and his family, it was most important to make sure people could find the humor, too.
When you think foster care, you don't really think comedy right away, but there were so many funny things.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Why would you show us that? Why would you even show that? They're so cute. That's wrong.
There's a scene where on the first night, Mark and Rose kiss and don't realize the kids are there, and they kind of do this big, ew, gross, kiss again, and that came directly. They actually remember that moment where on our first night that happened in our house.
We're about to do something insane. Did you hear her speak?
Yes!
It was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know.
Come on, cowgirl, let me get a yeehaw. People need to feel good. People need to be reminded of the importance of family and connecting with others.
And while the cast and crew hope moviegoers walk away feeling good, Rose and Mark told me they hope people are inspired to take action.
Hopefully this will encourage other people to explore the ideas and the possibilities of adopting and, bringing foster children into their homes.
And bringing his own kids into a loving home has provided Anders with more than just lots of love.
For me, it's being able to tell dad jokes. My dad was a good dad joke teller, like the worst jokes ever. And now I get to, because in my job I have to hopefully try to write, good jokes, but at home I can just tell the worst jokes and they have to laugh at them. So I like that.
Such a great story. Talking to the actors, I'll tell you, they were really passionate about being a part of drawing more attention to this kind of cause.
A lot of fun. All right, guys, moving on to this. Prince William, late in the mood during the Submariners Remembrance Service on Sunday. Got one word for you guys, Jaeger bombs. Or is that two? It might be two words.
We'll figure it out. Here to tell us what went down is our royal correspondent, Imogen Lloyd-Webber. Good to see you, Imogen.
Good to see you.
Let's talk about this. The event started off somber. Prince William had a little fun at the reception afterward. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Prince William joined hundreds of past and present submariners at an annual wreath-laying ceremony in London to pay tribute to those who have perished manning submarines. Attendees traditionally toast their absent friends from hip flasks. But at the reception, Prince William revealed that the submariners had cheekily tried to replace his flask of rum with Jaeger bomb, mix of Jägermeister and an energy drink.
Those guys.
William,
sneaky.
What I love most, though, is that William also called drinking, quote, very important. So there you have it from the future King of England.
Absolutely, it's very important. All right, in a new documentary to celebrate Prince Charles' 70th birthday next month, Prince William and his brother Prince Harry are revealing some of their dad's quirkiest habits. I love this. His passion for trash. Can you explain this, Imogen?
So Prince Charles' sons revealed a penchant he has always had for picking up trash. Prince William talks about how he took them litter picking on vacations when they were younger.
Sounds like a dream family vacay.
They thought this was perfectly normal, and apparently the habit made a lasting impression. Prince Harry even got teased in school for picking up trash. He says, quote, I didn't go out consciously looking for it, but when you go for walks anywhere and you see something and it stands out, you pick it up. Prince Charles is such an environmentalist, he even planted dozens of trees for George at his Scottish home at Boehlke. He calls it George's Wood and hopes it'll be quite amusing for little Prince George as both he and the trees grow up.
I like the civic responsibility there.
Absolutely.
A new profile on Charles was published by the Daily Mail this week. Now, in it, we learn how his grandkids address him. Always curious about this. Do they call him grandfather? Do they call him Gramps? What's the deal?
Prince George and Princess Charlotte call Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, Grandpa Wales. It echoes what Queen Elizabeth II used to call her grandfather, George V, Grandpa England. As you do. Speaking of the Queen, the children call her Gan, which is what Prince Charles, Prince William and Prince Harry reportedly used for their great-grandmothers as well.
That's really sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, keep the tradition alive there. Imogen, thank you. As always, great to see you. And guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.